Okay, Al. Do you see anything on you? Do a refresh for me.
Just getting set up. Happy Tuesday.
Still nothing on YouTube.
Gotcha.
You got me. Okay.
Happy Tuesday. I see a lot of people coming in.
Okay. Check Instagram. Is it? How's the Let me see what it looks like on the
Hello. Carbear, Lauren.
Okay,
Audrey,
perfect.
Judy,
Now, can you check
Yolanda,
Instagram for me?
Celia, Joseph. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Annette, Rose, Kimberly.
Sorry, Annette.
Happy Tuesday. We're going to be starting momentarily. We're making salmon with a sun-dried tomato cream sauce and garlic bread with roasted garlic. Happy Tuesday. Y'all still can't see my face, but you can see my hands.
So, how does it look on Instagram?
I don't see it.
You don't see it on Instagram? Okay.
We're
You might
getting
have to
our
go.
other platforms set
Okay,
up.
so go to profile.
And I have the ingredients for the garlic bread on the table. Let me say hi to a few more people. Happy Tuesday.
It's not on Instagram.
Selena, Chama,
What if I go
Sarah,
here?
Let me check this computer.
Rico, Dory.
Here we go.
Okay, we did.
So,
All right, guys. Good job, Al. All right, guys. Now, Lynette, you sure you don't want to get a better angle? No, you can get an angle with you now that you got this mic stand.
it was kind of temperamental, so I was trying to not to bother
It just
too much.
do me a favor, Al. Hold this like this. First of all,
Mini bag.
okay, we did. That's why I say let me. All right, guys. Good job, Al. All right, guys. Now, Lynette, you sure you don't want to get a better angle? No, you can get an angle with you now that you got this mic stand.
It was kind of temperamental, so I was trying to not to bother.
It just you can turn the volume on. Yeah.
There's a big delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Probably
big
like
delay.
that.
Now,
Hello. So we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and TikTok. So we got all 4 platforms going. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you all can see me. Now TikTok, we're going to have to move you over to the stove in a couple minutes once we get to the salmon. So, we're still working that part out. Happy Tuesday to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you all for joining us, for those that are in the room. If you're watching the replay, because it's going to be recorded and posted online, hello to YouTube. So the replay will be later on or tomorrow. Okay. So we're going to get going. We ready?
I think we're ready. Give me a second here.
Okay.
I want to get a good angle of you.
I don't even get time to make myself up. I just put an apron on and started working. So
Shout
all
out.
angles look the same.
So shout out to TikTok.
Hello. Happy Tuesday.
Shout out to TikTok at Lynette's Cakes and Catering.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Facebook at to my YouTube family at Lynette's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to the Instagram family
Mm-hmm.
at Lynette's Catering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're
Good
going to
job,
jump
man.
into it. So happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Lynette.
Thank you.
And I own Lynette's Cakes and Catering in the Washington, D.C. area. We're a catering company. Of course, I do plenty of cooking demos and videos that you all see online. And you all always comment, and I love you for it so much. We've most recently started going live twice a week at least. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to jump right into the recipes. We're doing a salmon and sun-dried tomato cream sauce and garlic bread with a roasted garlic butter. Now, I did roast my garlic earlier today because it does take about 30 minutes in the oven on about 350. So I'm going to use some in the cream sauce and some on the garlic bread. So this is my little bowl of roasted garlic. I just put some garlic cloves that I peeled, put them into a pan with some olive oil, a little bit of salt, and roasted them covered for about 30 minutes. And when I tell you, they're A1. They're so good. I love roasted garlic.
The one that comes
Some
most
people just
successful.
take roasted garlic and spread that directly on their toast. So we're going to make a garlic butter. And I'm doing this first because I'm going to pop it in the oven while we're making the salmon. So that way everything is ready at the same time. So let's assemble the garlic bread and then we'll move on to our salmon. All right?
Okay, we're going to try our best, guys, to answer your comments.
Yes, if you have questions.
Respond to your comments, rather, and answer your questions. TikTok, we still a little off with yours. We're we're trying to get you integrated in the stream. Unfortunately, we don't have you integrated yet, so it'll be kind of difficult for us to read your comments.
So can they see everything on the
They
table?
can see everything on the table.
All right.
The only thing is TikTok can't see the
garlic.
The garlic.
Yeah, I'll bring it over.
Okay.
All right, so I have 1 stick of softened unsalted butter. It's starting to melt a little bit. I just popped it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. You can also let it sit out on your counter for a while. And because it's unsalted, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to the butter. All right, just a little pinch. I'm going to do some garlic powder also. Even though we have the fresh garlic, I just want a little bit of extra garlic flavor, so I add some of the garlic powder too. And then we're going to add in some dried parsley. All right, right into our butter. And then some roasted garlic. You got to have your roasted garlic. Now, if you don't use roasted garlic, you can use regular minced garlic. You don't have to use roasted garlic. I just love the flavor. And Gregory was like, you got to do roasted. You got to do roasted. I love it roasted. So
it's very good.
I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the roasted. Now, you can see how soft it is. Because it's roasted, it's mashing right into that softened butter. Use as much or as little as you like. It's totally up to you. If you're going to use fresh garlic that's not roasted, just chop it up real fine. You can put it through a garlic press and make sure it's nice and fine. And then mix that into your butter too. So I probably added about 5 or 6 cloves just now. So it has a little bit to me. It's not as sharp tasting as fresh garlic. It's a little bit milder, a little bit sweeter. It's nice and soft. So you can go a little bit heavier. It's going to have a different flavor. Really, really good. It's still strong garlic, but it doesn't have that spicy kick that fresh garlic has. So that'll be the difference. All right, I do have my oven set to 375 degrees. Now, sometimes what I'll do if I just want to take it up a little bit more, I'll put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top before I bake the bread so you have like a nice garlic cheese bread. You can do that too. All right. So we're going to take this butter and I'm just going to take it and just spread it right onto my bread. And I have a loaf of Italian bread. I just cut it in half because it was a nice size loaf. And this is 3/4 of it. That's bread I can fit on my baking sheet. So it should be enough butter for all of it. And you know the top sometimes is a little bit thicker. If you wanted to dig some of that bread out, you can. But it's good to me because this butter will seep down into it as it's in the oven. So totally up to you. So let's take some of this butter. And we're going to smear it right on top of this bread. And mash that garlic down even more. Then let me get another piece and show a little bit closer for you all on TikTok. Let's take this bread and just spread this garlic butter. Now I may use a little bit of this garlic butter in my dish too. I'm going to use some of the roasted garlic for sure. So let's take a little bit more. You see it makes a lot. So the other piece of Italian bread that I have, I would have enough for that too. And like I said, if you have some mozzarella cheese or some provolone cheese, let me tell you, that's good stuff. All right, so this looks good to me. Is that enough for you? Enough butter? All right, so I got a little corner that doesn't have any. Wait a minute. Everybody gets butter. Everybody gets butter. There we go. All right, so I have a little bit left. I will probably use this in the salmon dish. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side. I'm not gonna put it in the oven yet. It only takes about 6 to 7 minutes. So I'm gonna put it on there in the oven later while the salmon is cooking. So that way everything, like I said, is ready at the same time. All right, so any questions so far? Let me know. I'm gonna get the stove heating up. All right, so I can move the garlic and the parsley. I don't need that. But let me bring over the ingredients for the salmon. Okay. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. I don't need it at the moment. Move it to the side. Let's spread everything out. Now on the stove, I have a couple of things over there. And I'll talk about those once I get over. I'll talk about them now, but I'll show you when I get over there. I just have a couple portions of salmon right here. These are big portions too. These you can actually, I probably could have made 3 portions out of this. Because this is about a 1 pound piece that I just cut in half. So these are nice size portions. If you have some heavy eaters, you know, don't eat the whole piece. Probably we would. So For the sauce, we have some baby spinach. This is optional. I just like to add the spinach to the sauce for color and for taste and a little bit of extra nutritional value in this ultra fatty sauce. I have a little bit of onion that I dice. You can also use shallots. We have our sun-dried tomatoes. And you get these in a jar. These are in oil. And I just slice them a little bit like a julienne type slice. You can actually buy them already sliced. The ones I got were halves. So I just sliced them up a little bit. Some fresh Parmesan cheese. You already know this is going to be good. These ingredients alone sound good by themselves, okay? You know it's going to be good. We got some black pepper.
Be careful. You know you sneeze a lot.
I know, especially with
Cough a
pepper.
lot.
So I'm going to be very careful not to do too much. Some salt. And then we have our roasted garlic. Of course, we're going to use some of this in our sauce. And then I have a little bit of white wine that's in a measuring cup. We're going to use heavy cream for our sauce. And then I also have some olive oil over at the stove. Now, if you don't want to use white wine, a lot of people will ask me, what can you use in the place? You can use broth. If you want to do a seafood broth, a chicken broth, you can definitely do that. You don't have to use the white wine if you don't want to. All right? So let's season up our salmon. I'm going to be careful, like Gregory said, because I will cough with the pepper. Let's do some salt on our salmon and black pepper. And then we're going to move over to the stove. Now, it's going to go fairly quickly. It doesn't take a long time to cook this dish. Also, keep in mind, I already made some pasta. So I made some fettuccine Alfredo, not yet. Some fettuccine pasta that we're going to use with the sauce. I cooked it earlier to make it a little bit easier. When you're live sometimes trying to man 2 pans at one time, it's a little hectic, all right? So we're going to move over to the stove. I have my frying pan heating up already, and then we're going to start to cook our salmon. So if you got questions, put them in the comments. We'll try to read them real quick. Yes? Okay. So let's move over to the stove. And we're going to slowly move you, TikTok. Usually we have it like, maybe like here, kind of like that angle. Yeah, and I'll make sure I show them everything. That
Closer
good?
to the
stove,
closer
yeah.
to the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Get in so he can see you.
Okay. And the pan, mainly the pan.
Yeah.
Not so much me, the pan. We're just adjusting our camera for TikTok, guys. So can you get us maybe inside the pan a little bit, so they can see a little better?
Yeah, he got it.
Got it.
Now you got to get in tight, Lynette, or we got to bring him out this way.
We have a question.
Sure.
Do you have to turn the bread over?
No, you do not. You just bake it just like this. If you don't have to turn the bread over, you can just bake it just like this. Yep. All right, y'all ready to roll?
Thank you, Al.
Let me make sure they got it good. I want to make sure.
They got the. Oh.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Facebook, Instagram, and
I just want to make
YouTube.
sure they can get a good view of
Yeah,
the pan.
he got you. He got the view of you. I mean, view of the pan.
Not so much me, though.
Oh, not so much you. Okay,
View of the
yeah.
pan.
Okay, he got you. He got that. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry.
so they can see inside the pan. I'm just going to use this to put the salmon when I take it out. All right, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and start to brown our salmon. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. We still don't know what that noise means.
Well, it means someone gave us stars.
Oh,
That's
wow,
what that
thank
means.
you.
Thank you, and that's on
Thank you so
Facebook,
much. Thank you.
I believe.
All right, so I have the pan
Someone
set to
on Facebook
about...
gave us stars, so you can let us know if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
should
have-
be in the comments. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. I have the pan set to about medium high, all right? I'm going to let that oil heat up a little bit because I want it to sizzle and brown and get a nice crisp on that skin. So we're going to give it about 30 seconds. I know it's hard to wait sometimes.
Hello, Linda from Massachusetts. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us. That's on TikTok. Thank
Hello.
you, Linda.
Happy Tuesday. We're about to put our salmon in the pan, Linda. So we season our salmon with a little bit of salt and pepper.
But before you do that, tell them what we're making again. Because Linda people are just yawning.
So you season it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to stir it in the pan. So we're making a salmon with a sun-dried tomato cream sauce and garlic bread. We just made the garlic bread up. We smeared it with some garlic butter that we made. That's going to go in the oven later, though. All right? So let's get this hot. It feels hot. It feels like it's going to be good to go. And we're going to start to cook our salmon. I'm going to get rid of this glove.
Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yep. So we're going to cook the salmon for about maybe 3 minutes per side. But remember, when the salmon, as we make the sauce, I didn't tell you, but the salmon's going to go back in the pan in the sauce. So we'll let it cook a little bit now, but it's going to go back in the pan and cook in the sauce. You don't have to worry about it being totally cooked all the way through, because it's going to have a little bit more time to cook a little bit later. All right, so let's let it go.
Linda says it sounds delicious.
Thank you. Let me see the angle, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the angle, right. Come on back. Come on back.
I will put it closer. I will, yeah. Like in the pan.
I can't do it.
Okay. Maybe like more in the pan. I'm gonna get y'all a little bit closer, TikTok, so y'all can see inside the pan. Just a little better. There you go. Make it feel a little bit better.
Now it's kind of tilted.
Thank you all.
Thank you for the stars.
Thank y'all so much. Alright, so it seems like it's getting a little color on it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it's getting there. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper on this side too. Not too much because the Parmesan cheese has a good amount of salt in it. We're gonna also add a little bit of salt to the sauce too. So
I had a question of, did you clean the fish skin?
like scrape it? No, I didn't scrape it. I know what you mean. Yeah, I didn't scrape it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this fish over. And let it cook for another couple minutes. Ooh,
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I got alarmed.
It's okay.
Lynette's going to burn the house down.
I am going to wipe the counter down now. Because of course I got a little bit of oil on the stove. Let's wipe that down.
Guys, you got to make this dish. This dish is so yummy. I promise you.
On Facebook.
Sure.
I noticed you put skin up first. Any reason?
Skin up first? I mean, the flesh. Gregory always wants to cook the skin side down first because the fat renders from that. I just always cook the top part first. That's just the way I do it.
Sit.
Yeah, Gregory always wants to cook skin side down first because you get the fat to render. I always just cook your flesh side down first. It's just me. It's just me. Alright, so I'm going to let it cook on the side a little bit too. Ooh, this pan is nice and hot.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, it's popping. I'm used to it though. These tongs are not the best. There we go.
Guys, you got to make this dish. This is yummy. I promise you.
It's one of your favorites.
One of my favorites.
And a little bit on this side. And we're going to go ahead and pull the salmon out. Remember, it's going to cook in the sauce. So you don't have to worry about it being all the way cooked through right at this moment. Alright, so this is looking good. Salmon.
Ooh, that looks
These
good.
are big pieces of salmon too.
That's good for Alan now. So you say you don't cook the salmon all the way, right?
No, just a few minutes per side because it's going to go back in the sauce. So you don't have to cook it all the way right now. So I'm going to cut this down to about medium. I don't want to burn anything. Just adding out onion. I'm going to add in some of this roasted garlic.
Yummy.
With some of the oil. And just kind of mash the garlic up a little bit.
Guys,
you
the
can
garlic
smell it immediately.
guys, the garlic gives it that creamy taste. It's so yummy. You got to try it. I can't stress that enough.
So if you do want to roast your garlic, I just put the garlic cloves in the oven with a little bit of olive oil and a little sprinkle of salt. I covered up my garlic cloves and just allowed them to cook for about 30 minutes on 350. And if you're roasting a whole clove, a whole bulb of garlic, you would just cut the bottom off and then just drizzle some olive oil on it, wrap it in foil with a little bit of salt, and then let it cook that way. I just happen to have a whole bunch of peeled garlic cloves because we buy them in huge containers for our catering business.
So Alicia says, I finally caught you live on TikTok. Alicia on TikTok.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here,
you,
Alicia.
Alicia.
We appreciate you.
Christopher MD says the garlic is burnt. No, the garlic is not burnt. The garlic is not. It's roasted. The garlic is roasted, Christopher.
Yeah.
We roasted that earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
You got to cook it like that, Christopher. If you don't, it's not going to come out right. I promise you.
So let's add in some white wine. Like I said, if you don't want to do the
wine.
white wine, you can always do broth. It's totally up to you. And we're going to let that reduce down a little bit. So I'm going to cut that up.
Thank you guys for joining us. TikTok family, my Facebook family, Instagram family, and YouTube family.
Thank y'all so much.
We're going to get better, guys. We're getting better technology.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next couple of weeks, you guys are going to be shocked. It's going to be like it's going to be like watching a movie, I promise.
I know that's right. All right, so let's let that cook a little bit. Then we're going to add in our spinach and let that cook down a little bit too. The spinach doesn't take long at all to cook. You know, spinach cooks in just a couple minutes, so you can definitely watch it. Let's add that to our pan. And it seems like a lot of spinach, but you all know that spinach cooks down a lot. All right, so even though it seems like a lot, believe me, once it cooks down, it'll be enough for 2 portions. All of that baby spinach. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper.
Okay, so Sandra, excuse me. Sandra says I would substitute salmon for catfish. Ooh.
Oh, that sounds good.
Or tilapia because salmon is too sweet. Oh, it's too sweet for her.
Oh, wow.
Well, those are good substitutions.
Yeah.
Those are very good substitutions.
And you can also substitute chicken, too. Like for those who don't eat fish, you can definitely do chicken. Chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. That would be perfect. All right, so let's just cook our spinach down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in our sun-dried tomatoes. So everything comes together really fast, as you all can see.
Ooh, the sun-dried tomatoes. Ooh.
Goes right into the pan.
Man, y'all don't know what y'all missing. Al and I, well, Lynette, I don't even know if you're going to get anything to eat
I
tonight.
probably won't.
Al and myself, Mr. Al and myself, we're going to eat the salmon. Now, I'm going to share it with my wife. I'm going to share it with you, Lynette.
Okay. All right, so this is coming together. Just let it cook for about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to add in some heavy cream. Ooh, it smells good.
Yes, it does.
You can smell everything. Now, I was going to add some of the butter, but you really don't need it because there was enough fat from the olive oil that was in the pan, and then some of the extra oil from the roasted garlic is in the pan, so we got enough oil. All right, plenty of oil. We're good to go. I'm going to add a couple more of these roasted garlic cloves. There we go. You got to be a garlic lover.
Thank you guys for inviting people to join our live.
Oh,
we
thank
really
you all.
appreciate that. TikTok
you so
family, they
much.
own it.
Thank you all. Yeah, we've been going live more often, and y'all have really been showing a lot of support, and we appreciate that.
So in fact, yeah, that's perfect. So in fact, let's what's the name? Gendry says looks delicious.
Thank you. It smells even better. I wish you all could
Donna
smell
said that
it.
looks delicious.
Thank you all. So let's add in some heavy cream.
All right, guys, this is the part right here that tops it all off. Adding in that heavy cream.
Yeah. Just gonna make our sauce. And I'm just gonna let that come to a slow, like a simmer.
Two Trill
All right.
Productions said that looks good as, you know what, I can't say that word. Hey, this is Dwayne. Dwayne from the interior. What's up, Dwayne?
Hey.
Dwayne from the
is the
interior.
VIP.
Dwayne is the good friend of
Yes.
ours. Go ahead, Lynette.
Dwayne is a VIP. He knows every time he comes on our platform, I gotta shout him out. Because Dwayne, well, listen, when I first started selling cakes, Dwayne looked out for me. He made sure everything was on the one. Everything was set up, ready to roll.
Okay, let me answer Lynn's questions. Lynn said, is the salmon an oily fish?
It is a fatty fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
a
definitely is
fatty
a fatty fish. So if you wanted to do something that was a lighter fish, you could. Or like I said, chicken. You can definitely do that. But salmon is a fatty fish, definitely.
But I'm telling you guys, this dish is very good. Now, to go back to what Lynette was saying, guys, we're a cakes and catering company here in the D.C. metropolitan area, what we call the DMV, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Most of our clients are government workers, and we do a lot of office catering, We also set up lunch pop-ups, and we also set up food trucks, things of that nature. Anyway, Department of Interior is where Dwayne works. I can say that, Lynette. It was on his profile.
Okay.
In fact, he said it himself. Anyway, so when Lynette started, probably 18 years ago, Lynette, that was one of the buildings that she used to sell cakes. We would bring it would be like a bake shop inside the Department of Interior.
Yeah.
So that's where Lynette and Dwayne met.
All right, so I'm going to add in a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, not too much.
Now Bane wants to know, could raisins be used?
No, I wouldn't add raisins.
No, don't add raisins, Bane.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Bane, don't do that.
No raisins.
No raisins, Bane.
I mean, you know.
But if you want to add it, you can. But I think you would want to go with look at this cream sauce, guys.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say. So I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Not too much because it will start to like kind of stick to the bottom for two reasons. Don't let your heat be too high. If your heat is too high, it will stick to the bottom. And then you just don't want too much of it starting to clump together in your sauce. So I just added a very little bit. And you see how nice and creamy our sauce is getting? So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to add the salmon back to the pan. And just let that cook in that cream sauce. And you can see it's still kind of pink on the inside. Just going to let it continue to cook in our sauce. And I'll just baste it every once in a while with the sauce. I could have even added more spinach.
Yes,
I had more. Yep, I just added just a very little bit.
Man.
So I'm just going to let it cook in this sauce. And then what I'm going to do at the very end, I'm going to toss in some of the fettuccine that I cooked earlier. And I just cooked some and tossed in a little bit of oil to keep it from sticking. So I'll toss that in the sauce. And then it'll pick up all this good flavor. It'll be like a fettuccine Alfredo almost. I would imagine you can also do shrimp. If you wanted to do shrimp and then maybe add some lump crab to this sauce too. And then toss your pasta in it. That would be another really, really, really good dish.
Now, guys, you can make this. All right?
It's so simple.
Now, look, check this out. We have a Facebook group called Cooking with Lynette. Cooking with Chef Lynette, excuse me. That's our Facebook group. I'm going to reopen that Facebook group. Guys, we want you to try to make these dishes and post videos and pictures on that group. So go on that group and ask to join, okay? And I will accept your invitation. Is that right? Accept the invitation, and you guys can come on, show your stuff off, do a little video, do some pictures, post. Okay, King Slayer says you can stop staring now. How you know, King Slayer?
King Slayer is a troublemaker, huh? We got a troublemaker in the group, guys.
He says you can probably stop staring now.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, we keep on staring.
All right, so this is looking really, really good. And I'm going to toss in that pasta in just a minute. So I'll probably just put some to the side and then kind of let it pick it up, and then we'll plate it up. Now let me go ahead and put this garlic bread in the oven. Remember, for those who just jumped on, we made this garlic bread at the beginning. So this was our butter, our roasted garlic. We did an unsalted butter with a little bit of salt, some garlic powder, some dry parsley, and that roasted garlic, and just spread it right onto our Italian bread.
Donna says, I'm in Maryland. I'm just going to drive over.
Okay. I need to make some extra portions next time. All right, so let's give this garlic bread about 7 minutes to start, and then we'll check it out and see what it's looking like.
Guys, we go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually post a flyer, a menu flyer, to let you know what what we're going to be doing for the live. Lately, I've been doing it like 1 day out. I'm going to try to do it 7 days out. So tomorrow, I'm still a little bit behind. So tomorrow, I'm going to post a flyer up for this Saturday's live. Okay, guys? It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be in the back part of YouTube, and also posted in shorts. So if it doesn't pop up, first of all, you got to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe so that it does pop up. And you can always check the back channel under, I think it's called Posts. I think check Posts. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure, but check the back channel. You'll see our flyers that we have in the back channel for YouTube. For Facebook is on the front page of Facebook. Instagram is on the front page of Instagram, and TikTok, it is posted as a video.
All right, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this fettuccine and let it pick up that sauce.
Ooh.
I can add some more later.
Oh my God. You better hope our lunch pop-up people don't see this video.
I know. They're gonna say, "Can we get that?"
They're gonna make you make this for them.
I know. That is very true. All right, so I'm just gonna toss it in this sauce. And if you don't want to toss it in the sauce, you don't have to. You can always just put the pasta on the plate and then drizzle some of the sauce on top. It's really up to you how saucy you want yours. I just like the sauce to pick up the flavor. I did cook this pasta in a little bit of salted water, but it's even better when it picks up this Parmesan cream sauce. All right, so that looks really good. So I'm going to give the bread a couple more minutes. We're going to bring everything back over to the table, and then we'll plate it up.
All right.
So any more questions come through, or are we good to go?
I don't see any more questions. People are just joining and following on TikTok.
YouTube said, "Give me some."
I know.
YouTube says, "Give me some."
I
Shout out
wish
to
I
YouTube.
could. I wish I could. All right, so y'all can come back over.
All right, TikTok, we're bringing it back over, TikTok.
Yep, and I'm going to bring the garlic bread out. It's still cooking. Ooh, it's looking good, though. Looking very good. So any more questions, let me know. We got a couple more minutes before our garlic bread is ready. And then our pasta and our salmon will come back over. I have my blue plate today. You know I love this color. And I always pick blue whenever possible. So we're going to plate it up in just a minute. If y'all have questions, go ahead and ask them. We do have about 4 more minutes on our garlic bread before it's ready to come out. So y'all let me know. We'll see. I know it's hard to adjust.
Technical difficulties with that thing. I'm going to have to get a better guy. So what I do is there you go. That's flexible.
All right, so I'm going to bring this over. This looks like Alfredo. It technically is, though. All right, let's cut this off.
All right, guys, we're almost done. We're going to plate it up. We want you guys to make this. Lynette, can you please tell us about how much prep time?
So it really doesn't take much prep time at all. It took about 10 minutes to cook the pasta. I portioned the salmon. Just got my sun-dried tomatoes cut up into little julienne strips. Chopped up a small onion. It's really, really simple. Now, the roasted garlic took about 20 to 30 minutes, but you can always just use regular minced garlic. You do not have to use roasted garlic. It's really up to you. You all saw how easy it was to make the garlic bread. Garlic, butter, a little salt, parsley, garlic powder. It's easy. So maybe about 20 minutes to prep if you're just moving kind of slow, taking your time, but it only takes about 30 to 35 minutes to cook. So in less than an hour, you can have it on the table. Serve it with a side salad or some other type of roasted veggies or some steamed broccoli, and you're good to go. You're really good to go. It's so easy. It doesn't take long at all. Y'all know from the videos that I post online, I like things to be easy. Very approachable. All right?
Yeah, shout out to Rebecca from Arkansas just joined.
Hello. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us. We're about to plate up our salmon and our sun-dried tomato cream sauce. We have garlic bread in the oven.
Oh, okay. You're just getting that part. Okay.
So I'm going to start to take. Is that a good angle for you?
Yep. For both of us.
Start to put some of this pasta on our plate. As much or as little as you like. It's totally up to you. It's so nice and saucy. It looks good. Now, y'all would go to a restaurant and pay $25 for this plate or more. And you can make it at home and make multiple portions for the same price. All right?
And be satisfied, too.
Yep, and maybe have some leftovers. All right, so let's take our salmon.
That's going to be the complicated guy right there, the salmon.
I know, it's always gives me trouble.
Yeah.
Where's that big one? This is the smaller one. Come on, salmon. Play nice. All right, let's bring him over to our plate. Put it right on top of that pasta. If you want to do extra sauce, you definitely can. Some people like theirs extra saucy. You can put it like around the bottom of the plate.
Come on, guys. Y'all got to make this now.
do
Guys,
whatever you
fellas, make it for your girlfriend or for the woman you're trying to impress. This is very easy to make.
It
and
really is.
It'll make you look like $1 million, guys.
It's really easy. And then you can take a little bit if you want, and I'll move this out the way for you all so you can have a better view. You can take a little bit of this Parmesan cheese if you wanted to do extra Parmesan cheese. Totally up to you. Sprinkle it right on top. And let me check the garlic bread. We're going to see if it's ready. If it's not, we'll pretend that it's ready. Because the salmon is ready to go. All right, let's see. Okay, it looks good. We'll go with it. I'll probably wait to put it back in so it gets a little crispier.
Ooh, that looks good.
But there is our garlic bread. Let's see, is it crispy? Let's see. I know you like yours a little crisp.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll work that.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Ooh.
So I'll probably put it back in the oven for a few more minutes once we get off live to give it a little bit more crispiness. I like it a little more crispy. Okay, all right. There we go. I like it a little more crispy. But here's our garlic bread. And you can see all of that nice roasted garlic and that butter has melted down. You can see the parsley flakes inside. And it smells even better than it looks. All right, it smells divine. So you want me to do a recap?
Yeah, let's do a recap.
Okay, so we did a very simple garlic bread. We started with unsalted butter, some roasted garlic cloves that I roasted in the oven with a little bit of olive oil and salt for about 25 to 30 minutes on 350 degrees. We also added in some dry parsley, some garlic powder, and that salt. And then we just spread that garlic butter on our Italian bread and popped it in the oven. I got it on 375. This is 7 minutes. I would probably do about maybe 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah. So it's a little crispier. You can also do a higher temperature, maybe 400. I just don't like it to get too crispy. So it's really up to you. Over here, we did our salmon and our sun-dried tomato cream sauce. So we seasoned our salmon really simply with salt and pepper. Then we seared it on both sides in a little bit of olive oil. After that, we removed it from the pan. You added in some onion, a little bit of roasted garlic or minced garlic. Let that cook. We added in some white wine, some baby spinach, and some sun-dried tomatoes. Let that cook, and then we added in our heavy cream and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You're going to add your salmon right back to the pan. Let the salmon continue to cook in that sauce, and then we served it over top of some fettuccine.
Quick question.
Sure.
Is that sourdough bread?
No, it's just regular Italian bread. Yep, regular Italian bread.
Lift it up and bring
Sure.
it closer to that guy.
That I just cut in half, and it's really 3/4 of the loaf. I had one more piece that I couldn't fit onto the tray. All right, so let me see here. Because I can show you all like a nice inside piece.
Ooh, that's my piece right there.
And you all can see how perfectly cooked. We take that piece of spinach off the top so you can see the inside. Because this is cooked to perfection. Look at this. It's juicy. It's cooked perfectly.
Oh,
It
that
is
looks
drenched in
good.
that delicious sauce.
That looks good. Can I get a shot of that guy one more time?
Sure.
Ooh, that looks
I just
good.
want to show you all how nice and perfectly cooked the
Perfect.
salmon is. So don't be too pressed to make sure it's cooked all the way when you're searing it on both sides. If you do, it'll be dry once you add it back to the sauce. And the worst thing you can have is dry salmon. That's the worst thing you can have. So you all know how quickly salmon dries out. So a couple minutes on each side. I seared it on the little sides too. Took it out the pan. Don't worry about it. When you're ready with your sauce, add it right back to the sauce and let it just kind of cook slowly in that sauce. And you'll have perfectly cooked salmon. All right?
Derek says, looks amazing on
Thank
YouTube.
you. Thank you so much, Derek. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek.
Any more questions? Let me know.
Guys, thank you all for joining us tonight.
I want to taste it.
Yeah, taste it, please, man. Please. The people want to see you try it.
I want to taste it. With a little pasta. Because I already know, like, once this camera goes off, Greg's going to eat the whole plate.
I'm going to eat the whole plate.
And then I was going to have the other plate.
And Al's going to have the other plate.
So,
And I'm going to eat this
is
plate.
my opportunity
That's your
to
opportunity.
get a try. Let's see.
Yeah, get yourself an opportunity. After that, it's all mine, pal.
Let me say I got to blow it off first.
Blow it off and eat it. That's yours. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a restaurant style. That's a restaurant
It really
quality
is.
right there.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you. We love you. Hey, come back and join us Saturday at 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to post a flyer on all platforms. On YouTube, check the back part of the YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I will do a short. I think they call it a short, where I post the menu.
Mm-hmm.
So the menu is going to be on the back page of the YouTube channel, and it's going to be in the shorts.
Now, if you all make this,
wait, hold on, I'm not finished. Okay, go ahead.
If you all make this, make sure you post your picture under the video so we can see how yours came out.
On Lynette's Cakes and Catering.
Yep, or whatever platform. So if we post like a short, they can still post. I think they can post a picture. I don't know, but I know on Facebook they can. They can post a picture.
Okay.
Of their dish. I want to see what you all's turns out like. I think you all love it.
Okay. So on Instagram, guys, I will post the menu flyer. That's what I call it. The menu flyer on the front page of Instagram. On Facebook, I will post the menu flyer on the front page of Facebook. And then on TikTok, it will be on the front page of the TikTok channel. Okay, guys? Thank you all for joining us tonight. We're going to get better. I think we got better today thanks to Al. Mr. Al came in and helped us out tremendously. We're going to come back this Saturday coming at 10 a.m. and then Tuesday at 7 p.m. We do every Tuesday and every Saturday, guys. All right? So, guys, we're going to say we're out of here.
Thank y'all so much for watching us. We'll come back on Saturday. We're not sure what we're making yet, but we'll be sure to post that flyer. Make sure you make this dish. Let me know how it turns out. I love you all, and I'll see y'all next time.
Love you guys.
Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Time to eat.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
See you next time.